Hey everybody, welcome to the Jayda InStitches show. It's time for another crochet quick fix. So let's grab our hooks, grab our yarn, head on over to the craft table, and let's stitch it up together. In order to make some crochet gift tags, you need a very small amount of yarn per tag, less than 20 grams, and depending on the yarn you use, they will turn out to be slightly different sizes. So this is a Bernat holiday yarn in acrylic. It's got a little bit of tinsel running through it. It's a pretty little variegated color. And this is a Red Heart Comfort, which is a slightly thicker size 4 yarn, so it turned out a little bit bigger in solid red. You need less than 20 grams per tag, and it doesn't matter if you're using acrylic or cotton or wool or whatever. This is just some scrap yarn from my stash. I don't even know what it is. Doesn't matter because this is just a little scrap busting project. You need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook, also known as an I or a 9 in the US, a size 5 in the UK. And once you've got all that together, we can get started. We're going to begin with a slip knot. And we're going to chain 5. Once you have a chained length of 5, you're going to skip over the first stitch, single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and single crochet into each chain all the way across. You'll have 4 stitches at the end of row 1. At the end of row 1, you'll have 4 stitches, chain 1 and turn at the end of every row. For row 2, we are going to work 2 single crochet into the first stitch. So 2 single crochet into the first stitch, chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, find the last stitch, and work 2 single crochet into that stitch. So you'll have 6 stitches in total, 4 single crochet and 2 chains at the end of row 2. And there's our little space to put our tie in. Chain 1 turn, and single crochet into each stitch or chain all the way back. You'll have 6 stitches at the end of row 3. At the end of row 3, chain 1, turn. We're going to work 2 single crochet into the first stitch, single crochet all the way across to the last stitch, and work 2 single crochet into the last stitch of row 4. So row 4 is 2 single crochet to begin, single crochet all the way across to the last stitch, and work 2 single crochet into the final stitch of row 4. You'll have a total of 8 stitches. And you should have something that looks like this so far. So 8 stitches at the end of row 4, chain 1 and turn, and for rows 5 through 12, you're just going to single crochet in each stitch all the way across, chain 1, turn at the end of every row, and you'll still have 8 stitches at the end of each row, rows 5 through 12. At the end of row 12, you should have something that resembles a gift tag. We are now going to work a little single crochet border around the edge, so not across the bottom because we've already done that, but all the way around the rest of the edges of our little tag. So we're not fastening off. We finished our last stitch of row 12. We're going to chain 1. And we're going to work another stitch, another single crochet into the same place that we worked our last stitch of row 12, just so that we can create a little bit of a corner. So that stitch is number 1 to work up this first edge. You're going to work another 11 stitches all the way up the side. So you're going to find the edge of every single row and work a single crochet into it. You can grab a piece of the stitch. In this case, maybe there's a nice little hole you can grab. Just work 1 single crochet for each row edge all the way up, including the one you started with down here in the corner. You'll have 12 when you get all the way up to the top. When you get up to the top, you're going to work your 12th stitch into the underside of that first chain. So there is stitch number 12. And that completes the first raw edge. We're going to chain 1, single crochet into the same chain So that gives us a nice little corner. Single crochet in the next 2 chains. And that brings us back to the very place that we started. We're going to work a single crochet into that last chain. Chain 1, single crochet into the same place. There's our next little corner. And now you're going to work a single crochet into the edge of each row all the way back down to the bottom. So this is number 1, and by the time you get all the way back down here and you plunk your last single crochet in the same stitch that you worked the first single crochet of row 12, you'll have 12 stitches all the way down. So just take your time, find an easy spot to plunk in your hook and make a stitch. Could be the edge of a stitch like a loop or something. It could be a little bit of a space. Just make sure you get one into the edge of every single row all the way down. Once you get all the way down to the bottom, your 12th stitch will be worked into the same place that you worked your first stitch of row 12. Chain 1, and you're going to slip stitch to join with that first stitch. So we're not working across the bottom since we already did that. That was row 12. And then we worked a little neat and tidy border all the way around. You can fasten off. And then you can flip it over, grab your yarn needle, and weave that tail in back and forth across that last row. For the tie, you can use some more scrap yarn or some ribbon, some twine, whatever you've got lying around. Take a nice length and fold it in half. Take the folded part and pass it up through the little space at the top. Grab the other 2 lengths and just pull it through. You can knot the top, or you can tie it right onto your gift, however you want to do that. You can also decorate them. You can sew on some beads, some buttons, you can do a little embroidery, maybe even chain stitch the name of the person that it's for, or you can use the color coding system like I do. You make a whole bunch of tags in one color that represents one person. Decorate each bag or present with those particularly colored tags for that person, and then the morning that we open up all of our gifts, you reveal whose color is whose, and they know who belongs to what package. It's kind of a fun thing to do. It keeps everybody guessing. Nobody knows what is addressed to who until the big day. And that's it! I hope you had fun making these little crocheted gift tags along with me. Special shout out to Jessica Rabbit for this idea. Thank you so much. We hope you have fun making these, and we'll see you soon here on the Jayda and Stitches show. Bye everybody! Please visit our shop and purchase a pattern. It helps support our show, and we'll put a link to our shop in the description box down below.